We are here with Aida Rodriguez, whose life story is actually has enough material for several films, TV series, and she even wrote a book. She's amazing, and I just feel like your story is fascinating.
Thank
And
you.
you're going to get to tell it. You already did on your special, that you did for HBO, but now you're going to get also to tell it in live at the Ford Theater. And so I'm so happy about that. So what is it that is exciting about this show?
For me, I mean, the show is exciting because it's a variety of art coming together for the community to take people away from whatever troubles they have. But there is a fusion of things happening on the shows. This is the third one. I've done two already. They've all sold out, and people were just crazy. They were just excited and they loved both. The first one was comedy and music. And the second one was comedy and an open mic. I branded these as Rodriguez presents the remix. The third one I'm doing is all three now. So the one we're doing here at the Ford that Marissa and I are producing together is the beginning of the show is a celebrity open mic, which we did at the Laugh Factory with Emilio Rivera and Lisa
Right.
Vidal. It was amazing. So this one we're doing with Justina Machado, Judy Reyes, and Ana Ortiz. And Macy Gray is doing it. And then we're gonna have stand-up comedy standard because that's a variety show. There's gonna be a bunch of different things happening on that open mic. And then we have stand-up comedy with Frankie Quinones, myself, and another comedian that's going to be joining us, which we will be announcing this week. And then we're closing out the night dancing. We're just gonna dance underneath the stars. That venue is so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It is right directly underneath the stars with DJ D Nice, who is the DJ that gave us music therapy through COVID and did this amazing thing, Club Quarantine, where he's been, spinning everywhere. He was just with Obama for the opening of the library with
Wow.
the Apple people. He's huge, and he's coming to close out the night for us. And then we have this another great DJ named DJ Q who's going to start the night for us. So it's going to be like an evening of variety entertainment. You can bring your own drinks, you can grab your girls, grab your crew, grab your people, and make it a night. And so I just want to be part of the healing. There's a lot of focus on
Yeah.
all that's going on wrong in the world, and people need escape. They need to be together too.
I love that space. It's just so beautiful, like you said. But what you're describing, they should add all of that to the website that, where it announces, because this is amazing. It's like, first of all, right now, girl power, Latina power is
Yeah,
so big right now because I think that Latinas are leading the way in working together. This thing about we need to come together. I mean, Latinos are doing it,
yeah,
we're just coming together. So I really love that you're bringing the girls to you join you for this evening.
yeah,
And these are women who have done amazing work, Ugly Betty, and so Justina Machado, One Day at a Time. And so that's what I see. I see support. They're there to help you support and sell it, but at the same time, you're helping them give a platform for a live performances, which they don't
yeah.
get to do that much of. So, how did that come about? You wanting to bring the girls?
And Sarah Jones too. She's a Tony Award winning star, a Broadway star. It was I was talking to them when I did the celebrity open mic for the second show, which was for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. I said I want to do an open mic and I want to put these celebrities on because everybody thinks they're funny. And everybody thinks they can do stand up. And stand up is a craft unto itself. It really isn't
Yeah.
something you just stand up on stage and just start talking. We put blood, sweat, and tears into our routines. And so I had asked Lisa Vidal because Lisa has done. I had put her on stage before with me, and she did really well. The
Mhm.
audience loved her. And then I thought about it, and I said, why don't I just put these celebrities on stage? It'd be fun to watch them not take themselves seriously, to be vulnerable, to do step out of their comfort zones and do something different. And they did it. They came out and did it. And it was Macy Gray, Lisa Vidal, Jess Marie Garcia, Diana Maria Riva. I mean, it was Emilio Rivera did it. It was fascinating. Van Lathan, formerly of TMZ. It was just, it was, we had so much fun. And everybody just, they really learned. And some of them said, hey, I want to do more of this. And some of them said, I will never do that again.
I would be scared. I don't think I would want to do it.
You
It's
have
like you
to.
said, it's hard. It's funny, but it's hard to do.
No, you got to do it. I have this theory that every person should do it once because
Well,
it's so liberating, and it's so fun. And every time somebody does it for the first time, the audience is right there with them. They laugh, so they always have the best time. I've never seen somebody go up for the first time and fail. They always have. It's the second time
right.
because now the audience doesn't give you that grace anymore. But it was amazing, and it was a room full of people. The Laugh Factory was packed all the way to the top, and it was, you can just tell that people, for that hour and a half, they weren't worried about anything other than having a good time, and that's what I wanted to provide for them.
I just see a lot of Latinos. It's just like this is one of the things that they love is comedy. Like
Yeah,
most of the comedy shows that I go see is just packed, and they just love to hear that. So this is going to be a beautiful night under the stars,
yes,
and like that's so cool. Like they can let you bring in, your stuff. Because
yeah,
sometimes people just sneak it in. You don't have to. You can come in and bring your bag of drinks and food and all that. So this is amazing, and I love the fact that it's also being produced by Latinas, and with Marissa Herrera from Mi Alma Productions, and then you. And I think that we are such great producers of events. It's like we
yeah,
know what the audience wants. So, what about your comedy? I mean, you've put your life out there in your comedy, and it's been quite a life that you've
yeah.
had. I just recently saw your show where you talk about being woke, and that's like so anti like Latino because we're usually complaining about we're being put down and we're being called, but you hit on something about the woke thing. I just
Yeah.
love that. You're so honest and a lot of people might not agree, but you just put it out there.
Well, because what I'm talking about is I'm not anti woke, the real woke term, that woke term that came from African American people during their fight for civil rights meant something different. What I'm talking about is performative, activism, people who are pretending, but now they're hiding behind language to act as if they're advocating for marginalized communities, and they're like, don't say this, don't say that, but they're really not doing anything to help marginalized communities. And I'm anti that performative. My comedy is not about putting anybody down or making people, punching down on people who are, in situations where they're compromised. I don't get any joy out of that. That anybody who does is someone of a lower intellectual grade and emotional grade. I think it's important to call out the foolishness, especially when it comes to us, because if you've noticed, there's been a lot of talk about terminology and activism, but what is really happening in the data is that we're disappearing from television, we're disappearing from
Yeah.
film. We had made some strides and now we're going backwards. There's been an active push against the Latino, Latinx, Latina community from every aspect of every business. You
Yes.
talk about entertainment, Washington, corporate America. So many women have lost their jobs. And then people get to say, we don't use that language here. But the real work that needs to be done, sure, language is important. And as we evolve, we know we don't say this anymore because we've evolved past that. But more importantly, what are we doing to actually change the situation of our people? There are babies in detention camps. There are women being sexually assaulted in those camps. How are we going to change the conditions of our community? And that's more important to me. And so in comedy, I use it as a tool to bring those things to bring it to awareness, because a lot of people have scapegoated us. They've gotten away with, and scapegoated is not the right word. They've appropriated our causes. They've injected themselves in our conversations. But when it's time for action, there has been no action, and I'm against that.
So I am so glad that you do that. And the comedy comedy specials, comedy shows are a way to do that. But you're smart. There's smart comedy and there's just comedy. Your comedy is smart. It's biting. It really like sits with people and they laugh, but it makes them think. And that's
Yeah.
what we're going to get. And that's what I'm excited about the show. And it's just going to be so amazing. So this is what we say. It's July
17.
17th at 8:30. If you haven't bought your tickets, what are you waiting for? You're going to miss out. You got to see it. This is beyond comedy. This is community. You're
Yeah.
bringing community together. You're bringing voices that are going to speak out in a fun way where we're going to laugh and yet it's going to hit us, right in the heart around what we need to do.
Frankie Quinones will be there too. We are very two different types of comedians. I love Frankie. He's like my brother, which is why he's on the show. And it shows people that we're not monolithic. We're a spectrum. I'm here doing these jokes that are biting and hard, and he's over there being fun and doing things that are different. And it's to show people that we don't all have to be the same, but we all have to be respected.
That's right. Everyone, please, let's go see, let's go support. You're gonna have a great time. That's the thing, is you're gonna have a great time.
Be a
So I'm
part of it.
excited and I want to know, you've also written a book.
I have.
Okay? So it's your memoir. And also you're doing the comedy. What is it on your little list that you have not done that you're going to do? Because I know once you set your mind, you're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, no. I'm working now on a slate of television shows and films that are about storytelling with Latinos, and I'm not going to stop until I do that because I think that media really, and as you know, because you're such an important part of our community, is so important to the way we see ourselves and other people see us. And so if we are constantly projecting negative images about us, that's how some people who don't get to encounter us see us. And then they got to deal with us through law enforcement, community engagement. We are consumers. We are some of the biggest consumers in this country. So
Yeah.
I think it's important that media has a reflection of us that is honest and fair. And so I am working on television and film right now, not just as an actress, but also as a writer and a creator, because I want to I want to expand my storytelling to that so that people
Mhm.
can see us in our full spectrum, because we are not monolithic, and we all deserve to be seen in a way that that is dignified and respected, and that's important to me.
Right, and because Hollywood for over 100 years has been put out what their vision of Latinos are, and therefore, if you go to any country, they all think we're Mexican. I happen to be Mexican, but that's what they've shown them. The dirty Mexican. So we're taking control of the lens because we
Exactly.
can, and we will change them. Thank
Yeah.
you for doing that.
Oh no, I appreciate it. You know that it was in 1955 was the first time that a Puerto Rican person could play a Puerto Rican person in Puerto Rico in cinema. Because
Wow.
up until 1955, it was white men playing the thug, the criminal, and it playing the Puerto Rican.
Hmm.
So it's a short film named Modesta, where that's the first time that Puerto Ricans got to play Puerto Ricans, and they've done that across the entire Latin American spectrum. Like I've spoken about this, I love that the fact that Mexican storytelling exists, but they don't allow all storytelling to be told. Like they're Mexican people. Mexico is such a big country. There's so many regions. I
Hmm.
love Mexico. I go to Mexico my often because I love to go there to escape from this madness, because I'm not afraid to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Like the press is always trying to make you feel that. I go there for lobster. I go there for the beach. I go there for respite. And so but there's always this one story that's being told, and it's not fair. And it's like, I want all the stories to be told. I want the zoot suit story to be told, and I want the coastal story to be told, and I want the story of the people who went to college and are generational academics, because they exist. We're not a monolith. We're
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
so they're not going to do it. So I was like, I got to do it. I got to stop being part of the complaining party, and let's get to work.
I think that's exactly where we all should be and produce those films. And again, you're doing it. You're not just a comedian that's, looking for that work because we're always at the mercy of, can you give me a job? You're creating the work. And that's what's important. And I think a lot of us are at that point. It's like, I'm not waiting for me to get on this show. I'm going to create the show. So
Yep.
congrats for that. I,
Thank
I
you.
totally can't wait to see what it is because again, you do good stuff. It's really deep and it's really funny. So I will be there on July
Oh, I'm so
17th.
excited
Oh
about that.
yeah, I won't miss it. I
We're
won't miss
gonna
it.
party. We're gonna have a good part, a good time. We're
That's
gonna
right.
party. Most importantly, we're gonna dance, and that's one thing we know how to do. We know how to celebrate.
Uh-huh, that's for sure. So it
Yeah,
will be a celebration, everyone. Let's go and join the celebration. Thank you,
yeah,
Aida. I love your career. I can't wait to see what's coming up.
I
Please
appreciate
keep us informed.
Also, yes, always. And when I get this machine running that I'm working on, you will 100% be a part of it. So just know that there's going to be we are a multimedia house and it's about creating different content and different things. And it is I want the village. I want everybody when I get that money, everybody's going to work and everybody's going to contribute. It's not just about me, it's about us.
Wonderful. I love that message. Thank you, Aida.
No,
Thank you
thank
so much.
you. Thank you always for supporting me. I appreciate you.
Oh, of course. I mean, there's a lot to support. And so
Oh,
sometimes we want to get to you because, you're leading the way as, a lot of us are now waking up and going, we got to lead, we got to do because we ain't waiting anymore.